Okay, let's continue. So when we talk about diffusion, we are interested in the particles of the dissolved substances. So in this case, it is the blue dye particles. Okay, so once we determine the concentration, then next you need to ask yourself what is the direction of net movement. Okay, the direction of net movement will be out of the Whisking tubing. Okay, I have mentioned in the previous lesson, all my lesson I will use square bracket to represent concentration. Okay, concentration. Now, so this is the net movement. Okay, so there will be a net movement of blue dye particles. Okay, out of the whisking tubing. Okay, so there will be a net movement of blue dye particles out of the whisking tubing. Can so this is how you answer the question. First, you identify where is the higher concentration, where is the lower concentration. Then you tell me what is the net movement. Yes. One light you cannot see. Then do you want to shift to another table? Also the same, okay. Like, is this better? Okay, there's nothing I can do unless you all want to waste time, change back to classroom. Okay, so this will be shared in the Google Classroom. Okay, this will be shared in the Google Classroom. Alternatively, you all can try to close the window. Whether I don't know whether it will help or not. Okay, can So this is what will happen. So when there is net movement of blue dye particles out of the whisking tubing, okay, what will be the observation? What is the observation? Yes, the water surrounding the whisking tubing will turn from colorless to blue. Okay, so what is the observation? Okay, the water surrounding the whisking tubing will turn blue. Okay, will turn from colorless to blue. Okay, can So this is to show you diffusion occurring. Okay, in this case, there is a membrane. Versus, okay, versus now I give a very simple example. No, also in a beaker of distilled water, I just drop one drop of, okay, I just drop one drop of blue dye. Okay, will turn from colorless to blue. The water surrounding the whisking tubing will turn from colorless to blue. Okay, versus I just drop a drop of blue ink, blue dye, directly into a beaker of water. Okay, also similarly, you will say that, okay, here at the start, higher concentration of blue dye particles. Okay, then the surrounding further away, there is lower concentration of blue dye particles. Okay, and if you have this type of situation, again, there will be diffusion. Okay, there will be net movement of blue dye particles. Okay, can. So this is to show you diffusion can happen across a partially permeable membrane or not across a partially permeable membrane. So this is for diffusion. So now let's look at osmosis now. Okay, now we will concentrate on osmosis. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I need you all to stay with me. Some of you, you're like giving up already. I cannot understand a single thing. That shouldn't be the case. You should have learned this in Sec 1 or 2. Okay, from what I understand, your Sec 2 science result all very good one. Okay, never mind. If you disagree, too bad. Okay. Now, so again, same scenario. I have a beaker of water. Okay. Again, I have a whisking tubing. Now, inside the whisking tubing, now I have concentrated sugar solution. Okay, concentrated sugar solution. Now, water, again, ask yourself, what are the particles involved? What are the particles involved? Yes, very good. Water molecules. Then how about sugar solution? Very good. So you must tell me, you must know got sugar molecules and you have water molecules. So the thinking process is very simple. Okay, you just need to do a few times. You should be expert already. Okay, so once you identify the particles, next you need to ask yourself, what is the concentration or what is the water potential? So now I want to talk about osmosis. So if I want to talk about osmosis, which one should I be looking at? What should I be looking at? Concentration or water potential? Water potential. So for osmosis, we look at water potential. Okay, we don't want to look at concentration. Do not talk about concentration for osmosis because you will be marked wrong. Okay, now if you compare water and concentrated sugar solution, which one is higher water potential? Which one is lower? Not water molecules. Water has a higher water potential. Okay, water has a higher water potential. Then sugar solution have a lower water potential. Okay. Then before I forget to talk about it, I just want to emphasize this. When the concentration increases, okay, concentration of sugar solution increases, the water potential decreases. They are opposite. Concentration and water potential are opposite. So water potential of sugar solution decreases. Okay, can So the more sugar, the higher the concentration of the sugar molecules, the lower the water potential. This is what I mean. Okay, when concentration increases, the water potential decreases. Can Now, since we are talking about osmosis, what will be the direction, the net movement of water molecules? So into or out of the whisking tubing? Into, very good. So you must tell me into or out. Okay, so there will be a net movement. That's why I say, just now we talked about diffusion. Okay, we looked at the dissolved substances. Now we are looking at osmosis. We are looking at water molecules. Okay, there's a reason why I do this systematically. We talk about diffusion first and then osmosis, and then I try to use the same example. Okay, so in this case, when we talk about osmosis, we are interested in the water molecules. I don't care about the sugar molecules. Ignore it. Okay. Now, so there is a net movement of water molecules into the whisking tubing. Okay. Then what is the observation? What will be the observation? Just now got color. Now got color or not? No color. So this is colorless. This one also colorless. So what observation? Will there be any observation or not? Yes. So what is the observation? There's no color. When I blow more air into a balloon, what happened to the balloon? So what expand? Yes, very good. So very good. So I got the answer that I want already. So what is the observation? You cannot tell me color. There's no color already. Okay. You don't tell me remain the same. More water enter into the whisking tubing. The size of the whisking tubing will become larger. Okay. The size of the whisking tubing, or you tell me the volume of the whisking tubing increases. Okay, increases. Can So when water moves into the whisking tubing, the size and the volume of the whisking tubing increases. I think that is very logical. Just like you blow more air into a balloon, it will become a bigger size. It will become inflated. But please don't use the word inflated. Okay, can? So this is to show you, this is the second example to show you what is osmosis. Can? Now we are going to look at plant tissue. Okay, I use whisking tubing to teach you already. So now we look at plant tissue. Then we look at animal tissue, animal cells and plant cells. Okay, can? Our lesson end at 2:30, right? Okay, still have time, I'm very stressed now. Okay, now. Okay, now so now we are going to look at what happened in animal cell versus plant cell. No, osmosis. Okay, I'm talking osmosis in animal cell and osmosis in plant cell. Okay, so I use back my same example. A beaker of water. I know my beaker looks weird, but never mind. Okay. Water. Then if I also have a beaker of water, I put plant cell. So this is animal cell. This is plant cell. Now that I have talked so much, can you all predict what will happen to the plant cell and animal cell when they are placed into water? Maybe I add one more detail. Distilled water. What will happen to the plant and animal cell after half an hour? Expand and change shape. Okay, very good. I get the answer I want already. So but not correct. Not exactly correct. So what will happen? So the end result, end result. Okay. Actually I shouldn't say end result. After half an hour, after 30 minutes. Okay, what will happen to the animal cell? Okay, expand is not good enough. It will burst. Okay, it will burst. So what will happen to the animal cell? 30 minutes later, did I mention anything about controlling it? No, right? So if you take out the cell before it bursts, then of course it will not burst lah. Okay, can so what will happen to the animal cell? Okay, it will animal cell, don't use it. I will ask you what is it. Okay, animal cell will expand and burst. If you just say expand is not good enough, and burst. Okay, then how about plant cell? Okay, one of you say decrease in size, one of you say nothing will happen. Any other answer? Possible answer? What will happen to the plant cell? What will happen to the plant cell? Will the plant cell increase in size? No. Why you say no? No water go in. The plant cell will increase in size, but the increase in size will be will be minimal because the cell wall will prevent too much water from entering into the plant cell. Okay, so the way you should describe the plant cell after placing into distilled water is you tell me plant cell becomes turgid. Becomes turgid. Okay, turgid. Okay, what is turgid? I will explain. Okay, wait first. So one step at a time. I'll try to introduce new word. Okay, link to the previous concept and then introduce new word. Okay, turgid. Okay, so what do I mean by turgid? Later I will talk about it. So let's explain why. Why did the animal cell expand and burst? What caused it to expand and burst? Okay, there's no cell wall, but what else? What is the net movement of particles? So you must tell me the animal cell will burst, will expand and burst. Why? Because there is net movement of water molecules. Okay, net movement of water molecules into the animal cell. Into the animal cell by osmosis. Okay, then why is there a net movement of water molecules into the animal cell by osmosis? Because there is a difference in water potential, right? Between the cell and the water, right? So now working backward. Okay. So why is there a net movement of water molecules into the animal cell? Because animal cell has a lower water potential than distilled water. Okay, Ken? So you see, just now I start from here when I give you the first two examples. Okay, I tell you where higher concentration, where lower concentration. Then I talk about net movement of the particles. Then we talk about the observation. Now it's the other way round. Okay, because sometimes the question they will ask you they will either ask from the front to the back or from the back to the front. Okay, so I must make sure I go through once with you so that you know. Okay, so if you know this is going to expand and burst, okay, this is how you are going to explain. Okay, so if you talk about plant cell, it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Okay, everything is the same. I just need to change the word to an animal to plant. Okay, then this one I change to plant. Okay, then the explanation is actually exactly the same. Yeah, I'm not going to rewrite. What I mean is, whatever you write here is basically net movement of water molecules into the plant cell by osmosis. Okay, then here you tell me that plant cell has a lower water potential than distilled water. Okay, Ken? Then one more thing, you all notice sometimes Mr. Ang will do this. Whenever I do this, means it is same as either on top or the left right. Okay, Ken? Did I lose all of you already? I think some of you are lost in your la la land already. Okay, but I no choice. I need to move on. Okay, Ken? Next, move on. Now reverse the scenario again. Yes. Now Okay, so it's the same animal cell, same plant cell. Okay, but outside, instead of distilled water, I put concentrated solution. Yes, very good. I like smart student. You know where I'm going. Okay, so concentrated solution. Okay, so when I have concentrated solution, most likely this will be lower water potential. Then the animal cell will be higher water potential. Okay, similar situation for the other one. The concentrated solution, lower water potential. Then the plant cell, higher water potential. Okay, so what will be the net movement of water? Net movement of water will be from the cell into the solution, from the cell into the solution. Okay, can so I'm going to write for both. There will be a net movement of water molecules okay, out of the cell into the solution. Okay. However, the outcome will be different. Okay, what will happen to the animal cell? Very good. There are two words that you can use when we describe the animal cell when there's when there's a net movement of water molecules out of the animal cell. Why did I write plant here? Sorry, this one should be cell. Okay, so you can use two things. Animal cell becomes shrunken, or you can use the word cremated. Okay, shrunken, cremated. Can Then for the plant cell, I will describe it as plant cell becomes plasmolyzed. Your textbook may use the word flaccid. I don't want my student to use the word flaccid, even though it has similar meaning. Okay, I repeat again. I want my student to learn this word plasmolyzed. Okay, flaccid. I may not pronounce it accurately, but I don't want my student to learn this word. Okay, but the question can use this word. Okay, don't question the question. Okay, but I'm telling you, you cannot use it. Question can use it, you cannot use it. You use plasmolyze. Don't ask me why. Okay, it's my preference. Okay, you're my student, you better learn according to my preference. If not, test and exam I mark, I give you 0. Okay, then you don't complain. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you what is the difference between plasmolyze and turgid. Okay, I'm going to answer some of your questions because just now some of you give me that look. What is turgid? What is plasmolyze? Yes. Move up. Okay, move up. Move down. Okay, move down. Okay. Ken, let me take a break. I talked too much already. Ken, let's move on. Sorry, I cannot wait already. Let me save this first so that later I can put it in the Google Classroom. Then later I will share the video with you all. The Zoom, the recorded video. I highly recommend you all replay it and listen so that you can fall asleep easily. Okay? Can okay. Now, next, you need to know the difference between normal plant cell, No, not abnormal. So one will be the plasmolyzed plant cell. By the way, plasmolyzed is used to describe plant cell. Turgid is also used to describe plant cell. You use it to describe animal cell wrong immediately. Okay, so the other one is turgid plant cell. So what is the difference between these three words? Okay, actually there's no normal. Okay, but I put the normal there so that you know it's not plasmolyzed, it's not turgid. Okay, so imagine if this is the normal plant cell. Okay, the turgid plant cell will look slightly bigger in size, more rounded and bloated. Okay, can then you can see the large central vacuole. You should be able to see the nucleus. Okay, then may or may not have chloroplast depending on whether is it found in the leaf or the roots. So this is normal. This is turgid. Okay, now plasmolyzed is the more special one. Plasmolyzed will look something like it. I cannot draw it too big. If not, later you'll think it becomes bigger in size. I will draw the cell wall. Then this is what I will do. Okay, I need to move up so that people at the back can see. Okay, hopefully it helps. Now, no, it's not it's not really a star. It's not really a star. It's not, okay? It's not. Okay, but what caused this is because this is the cell membrane. This is the cell wall. No. Okay, the cell membrane is detached from the cell wall. For the other two, do you realize that the cell membrane is pushed against the cell wall? The cell membrane is pushed against the cell wall. Okay, but for the plasmolyzed cells, the cell membrane is detached. Okay, the cell membrane is detached from the cell wall. Okay, why then? Why did the cell membrane, how come for plasmolyzed, the cell membrane is detached? Where else then for the normal and turgid, the cell membrane is pushed against the cell wall? Why? What caused it? What is the reason? Exclusion? Explosion? No, no explosion. Okay, basically it's the volume of the large central vacuole and cytoplasm. Okay, so the cell membrane is detached from the cell wall. Why? It's caused by, okay, volume of cytoplasm and large central vacuole. Okay, volume of cytoplasm and large central vacuole decreases because the volume decrease, not decreases. Okay, my English not very good. The grammar all wrong one. Okay, so volume of cytoplasm and large central vacuole decrease. Okay, where else for the turgid? Turgid one. Turgid, the volume increase. Okay, the volume increase. Don't laugh at the Sec 1 boy. Later, he start crying. You all go and you all know. No. He will not cry. He will come and punch you. Okay. He's practicing already. I tell you. Okay. Okay. Now let's move on. I hope none of you, when I let you all go toilet, you all do all this thing throughout the whole journey. Okay. Later, other teachers come and ask me, hey, you very mean to your student. They practicing, want to box you later, go back to your class. Okay, Okay, now we're joking. Let's come back. So volume of cytoplasm and large central vacuole decreases. What caused this to happen? What caused this to happen? Hello? What caused this to happen? Linked to osmosis. What happened to the water? So water moves into the cell or out of the cell? Very good. Okay. So you must tell me net movement of water molecules out of the cell by osmosis. Okay. Why is there net movement of water molecules out of the cell by osmosis? Why? Very good. So you must tell me cell has a lower water potential. Plasmolyze. Okay, so cell has a lower water potential than surrounding solution, than solution surrounding in the surrounding, than the surrounding solution. Okay, my English not good. Okay, let's rephrase it. Than the surrounding solution. Okay, so this is the total third or fourth or fifth example already. I'm talking about osmosis. Do you all realize something? Whenever I talk about osmosis, I talk about which particle? I only care about which particle? Water molecules. You say water, I mark you wrong. You say particles, I also mark you wrong. You tell me water particles, I also mark you wrong. Then I'll imitate you by drawing a smiley face there, okay? And give you 0, okay? Yes, you need to study. Okay? The other side, I'm not going to talk about it already. The other side is the opposite. Okay, it's the opposite. Can? I don't want to go back. Okay, can? No, not yet. I'm almost done with the chapter already. Okay, just in case you're wondering. Tomorrow I will talk about surface area to volume ratio. Okay. 1 and 2, yes. Don't have 3. Don't have 3. You don't. What 1 to 3? You don't scare me. 1 to 2, I really very stressed already leh. But I'm not taking tests. Stress for what? Okay, so oh yeah, I'm done already. I'm done with whatever I want to teach already. Yes. Need me to go through worksheet. What worksheet? I tell you all do sales worksheet, right? Yeah, I will send. Let me save this. I said in class, tell you all to do sales worksheet, right? You don't tell me no. Then the movement of substances you all can start doing today. Actually, last lesson I really say you can start doing already. I haven't give you the worksheet. Movement of substances worksheet give you already. I tell you all last week to start doing already. So tomorrow I want to go through in class. Not in class, on HBL. Okay, can? Yes. Later I want to finish going through cells. Okay. Yes, you can. 5 minutes. Y'all can take a break first. I don't want to continue already. Okay. Later then we continue. Yeah. Okay.